Hello, this is JilliBling. This is the second project I'm doing using Notes and Totes bundle. So here it is. So my thought with this project is, you know how you go out wine tasting, or have you ever been like apple picking or anything with friends, or strawberry picking? That's my thought here, is going out with girlfriends and pear picking. Pears. This is brand new paper. Notes and Tote bundle, but isn't that pretty? Try to keep it a little bit simple on the inside, just because with the designer paper in the back it was a little bit busy. Some of these more solid items in the tote bag, I think, calm it down a little bit, but I love how this one turned out. And then a coordinating, matching little tote that you could put a gift card in, and it does stand up. Well, especially if I make it flat, which I will do on today's sample. But here is this little tote. And all of my purses, I have to say I love purses, have decorated inside, so I had to decorate the inside. So first thing I have to say is this takes a lot of pieces, but I have like a little cheat sheet, so you'll know what pieces to make. Once all the pieces are done, it goes together really fast. So, Notes and Totes bundle, Perfectly Pears, which is brand new. This is an online exclusive, and you could get it in early July. This is brand new, along with the paper. It coordinates with the paper. And there's the dies. We'll be using a few of them from the Perfectly Pears. And this is the Notes and Totes dies. Okay. So I'm going to pull over here. I have a cheat sheet of all the parts that you'll need to make these two items. And I took a picture with my phone, and I'll post to my blog. My blog is JilliBling.com. So if you're making this, you could pull up the picture and it will tell you how many of each of the items you need. Okay, you ready? And they're all just setting on here because we'll use them. So you can see up here, these pieces. So we'll get back to this here in just a minute. I have to put it somewhere flat. And this is Country Lace designer paper, which is used for the tote. Here's the papers. It's like, that doesn't look like very much. Notes and Totes bundle. It's in the catalog on page 81, and it shows all the different dies and the stamp set. Oh, and I'll show you project number 1 here in just a minute. And what's really nice is it's $52 for the bundle, and you get 10% off when you buy the two of them together. This is the pear paper. Isn't that pretty? And you could see that I cut some of the pears out from here, and we'll use them today. Look at that. That's the Secret Sea paper. It's so pretty. I know people are going to make a lot of things with this. This is where I got the pears from, and the little flower trio that's on the inside of the card. This is the background paper sheet. Darling Duckling. And isn't that pretty? Look how nice that goes with this green. That sheet. And, oh, that sheet. With the beige background, that's really pretty. Maybe I should have used that for the card. It would have been a little bit calmer. Oh, those are so nice together. Okay, so that is called... Oh, I heard people talking about this. Painterly Pears. And somebody's like, I've never heard of that word, painterly, but you look it up and sure enough, it's a word. And Country Lace designer paper. I have a lot of that. And brushed silver and gold foil. I think there's also brushed metallics. I smushed them all into one container, but this is available too. Okay, so let's get back to that. Well, here, since these are right here, let's do what's easy to start out with. Secret C paper, folded in half. In the video description, it shows all the paper cut sizes. So if you want to make it, everything is right there. These go on the inside. These get attached and then a little bit of ribbon. Oh, I have a new ribbon. What do I have over here? All these things, tear tape. What is this called? Mossy Meadow and Gold Trim. And what's interesting is this is very Mossy Meadow with a hint of gold on it. But this other side, the back side of it, look how gold that is with just kind of a Mossy Meadow trim. We'll use this here in just a minute. Tear tape is to attach this ribbon. And then look at this. This is called braided trim. And it's in petal pink. And I wasn't sure about this, but you could tell I took it out of the box. I'm going to do an unveiling, a box opening, either later tonight or tomorrow. But look at that. And you could pull it apart, and that's what I did on the tote right here. And I purposely pulled apart a little bit, but I love how the petal pink brings all these colors together. Okay, back on track. We'll use this in a minute. And then the baker's twine and the natural colors, we'll use it. There's just a little accessory. And I know this is Night of Navy, this is Secret C, but if you use it in small quantities, it works. Okay, so stick these together. So tonight we celebrated our 36th anniversary. I've been married longer than I am old. And we went out to a nice dinner, very nice. Your local Pazzo, P-A-Z-Z-O in Crestwell. It's always so good, never disappoints. Okay, the pears are looking upright, so I'll put it like that. I'm going to put this on with dimensionals, but before I do that, I want to put a hint of this new ribbon around, just for a little interest, because you know we can't do boring cards. Probably be using those. I always use my snips. But it was nice. Tony ordered a burger, and it was quite the burger. I think I have pictures on my phone. Oh, and in the next video, the unboxing video of all the new online exclusives, I have a few add-ons in there. The last video was cut short because little one, Warren, had woke up just a little bit early from his nap, and his grandma, I have to go get him. And so I wasn't able to show how he's starting to crawl. He's kind of doing an army crawl. And there's a video of when the kids, this past weekend, when they were working on the cabin, and my son Evan was cutting firewood, and he's watching Dad cut firewood, and he is just mesmerized. He's such a beautiful little boy, but just watching him watch Dad and his intent look, oh, it's adorable. And those videos are like 45 seconds each, and I'll show those when I do the unboxing video, probably tomorrow. Oh, I was going to show you dinner. I ordered chicken piccata, and that was very good. But that's because I really like capers. Pictures tonight. Chicken piccata. Burger. It was like that high. Like a human mouth can't wrap around it. But it was nice. It was good. Okay, so that's set. We'll do the rest of the inside in a bit. So let's keep this cleaned up. Okay, so onto that sheet. I put all these things So 4 straws with caps and 4 water drink containers. And that is this die. See how it does it all for you? Okay, so to do that, I'm going to take this little piece and cut it. Probably should have had some of these done, because I want just the cap to be the metallic. And just stay right there. I put this on, then glue so it dries quick. And that goes on. Okay. Then this will do for the straw. And I'm not sure if it really is a straw or if it's just like the cap holder. So I'll hold this up here in just a minute. And this top little piece is going to wrap around to the back. And because it's a little bit longer than the cap, it'll automatically just hold there. You don't have to glue it or anything, but I'll wait until it's dried. And this is how it started. And so because it has that little slit in it, I know right where to cut it. Okay, so that one is done. That's gonna go in there. Straw. At first I had the water holder just as it was, and then I thought, well, let me stamp something on it. It's like, that's going to make it even busier. So I thought, well, I'll try with a blending brush, and I love how that turned out. It's kind of ombre looking. And at first I was looking for a petal pink brush, and I couldn't find one. Then I thought, ooh, Flirty Flamingo, make it just a little bit pinker and richer in color. And that turned out good too. Okay, so I'm attaching all these. And 4 of them. One of them is for the card front, and the other 3 are for the card inside. Like I said, I was trying to keep the inside a little bit less busy. And putting 1 was boring. Putting 2 was too matchy-matchy. So of course I had to do 3 of them. Then I wanted to use those flowers. They're just kind of thrown in there. But I like how they match the pear paper. I want to do something fun with that pear set. So for the unboxing, it was funny. I ordered on the first day we could do the pre-order for the online exclusives. Okay, and it's buy 1 sweet or sweet item and get a second one at half off. So if you strategically plan it, you could do like order 2 sweets. So that means that you're saving like sometimes $70 or half of $70. Okay, that's good value. But if you order a sweet item, such as the ribbon in the sweet, that means you only get $3.50 off. Okay, so long story short, I ordered 2 separate orders, and I got everything I want. Woohoo! One of them came, it was like within 4 days it was here, which is really good. The other order that I placed 10 minutes later came today, and that's like 5 days later. I don't know what happened. I'm happy it's here. Actually, they said it was going to come on Thursday, but it came today, Wednesday. But anyhow, it's finally all here. So in that video that I do, I am going to, let's do these here. These are the glasses. So you need 2 in the metallic and 2 in petal pink. And when you put glue onto the frame, First time I did it, I put glue around the metallic paper and I just set this on top. Oh, oh, said with a sigh, look at all the smears of glue on my glasses. Not good. So the ones I did on the inside, I just did a couple of touches of glue. They hold together just fine and they're not smeared, not nearly as much as the front. Okay, so back to the unboxing video. I will do that probably tomorrow. Tony has a show he wants to watch and he's kind of holding his breath waiting for me to get done. But I have three things, okay, 4 things. I want to show you the videos of Warren, of him crawling, and him being mesmerized by Dad in his wood cutting. And I have snail mail. It's really cute. I want to show you that. I don't get snail mail much, but I don't ask for it. But this was so unexpected from Melbourne. Yeah, very special. I want to show you that. Then a friend, one of my stampers, she made some little tags. Those are really cute, and I just want to show you how cute they are. I'm not sure where she got the pattern. I can ask her. It's not Stampin' Up, but I want to show you that. And Diane Tuggle made me the coolest card. I had to make something with it here soon. And I want to show you that. And I got swaps today. So much to show you. Okay, I'm a little bit off course. Okay, so these are ready. Oh, I had to do the blending brush on them. I'll set that off to the side. We'll do the blending brush here in just a minute. Because on this piece, which I think would be a cute little mini purse, but I'm going to pretend like it's like a wallet, a pocketbook. This has blending brush on it. Okay, blending brush, those get. These are done. And when you look at my little chart, now you could see the notes. 4 captions, oh, I was supposed to write on here in petal pink, 4, that's not very dark. Can't really see it. Coral, I'll do coral, even though I did them in petal pink. 4, water, jugs, container, holder, water, 4 water. Okay, but I'll take a picture of this after everything is taken off. So this gets stamping, and on here, so grateful, true story, and then it gets a little bit of dauber. So let's do the so grateful, and then it could be pushed off to the side. This is memento. And I chose this one even though there's a whole bunch of them just because I like the font. Do you ever do that? That looks good. Oh, here's the inside words. Let's do that. Do you guys get as distracted as I do? I try to stay on task, but I'm just, since I have the black ink pad open, I'm trying to get stuff accomplished. And then the hello is going to go onto these 2 little tags. Aren't these tags cute? This is all in the bundle. The word hello is from the pair. Okay, I think that's all the stamping with Memento Black. Okay, so a few things can be removed. That's done. This will need blending brush. The closures, 3 logos. I'm thinking that has their pretend logo, and these little closure. I think if I had this upside down, and if you had a purse, like on this little one right here, it would be kind of the twist closure. But for now, I'm putting it here, implying it's the kind of closure where you wrap the string, the elastic around this piece, and it looks good. It can go up here too, I think. Anything that you can imagine. Okay, these are done. 3 logos and closures. Okay, these are done. And I'll take a picture of this with the count on all of them. This came from the designer paper, and I used the die that came with the set to cut it out. And I'm going to do a little extra trimming. And after I get done with the trimming, I'll show you why. You know what, I should show you before I get done with the trimming so you know why I do it. Okay, before I cut this little piece off. Oops, don't go anywhere. So if it's like that, and if you put it onto your tote bag, see how the white blocks out the pattern? Where if I were to cut these little parts out, it would show through, and it just makes it look a little bit more authentic. Is it necessary? Probably no. Does it look good? I think so. Okay. And I'll hold it up so you could see where I trimmed it. And also, when I put the photos on my blog, you'll see where I trimmed it. Put that down in place. So, pretty much just 2 areas I trimmed, right here and right up there. Okay, that's done. These handles, 3 handles, we'll need 3 of them. 2 for here, and then 1 for the card front. Those are done. This here gets dauber with crumb. Okay, we're getting there. These pieces, we just need to fold them. And I tried 2 different ways of making the little purse, and I came up with one way that's a bit easier. I'm sure you could do it any way it takes to get it together. But this way worked pretty good. Another thing is when you're die cutting with designer paper, because the designer paper is a hint thinner, if you want, you could do multiples. And probably doing just 2 is best. This one that I'm folding right now, I did 3 in a row just to test it. And the score lines and the detail isn't quite as true, intent, obvious. So I'd say you could do 2 at a time. 3, it works, but you're kind of pushing your luck. This is the number 2 in the pile. Number 1 in the pile, let me show you. I'll show you the difference. And when I'm folding it, I could really tell. So when you look at the stitching on this one, see how it's real clear? This one is okay. This one is less. When I'm folding them, I could tell the difference. So do 2 to save yourself some time. Do 3 if you don't mind, if it doesn't have all the detail. These little pieces here, I'm not going to put glue on them when I'm assembling the tote, but you could. Probably would make a very nice, substantial purse, but mine, they're just sitting in there, and they do their thing. Okay, and oh, here's the flowers. That's going to go on the inside of the card, right here. Just for a little interest. Okay, and this die, right here, this die cuts out all of this pecan pie, the bottom, and these 2 straps. And there's a separate die to cut out the handles. But one die does 3 pieces. And we'll need 3 passes or 9 pieces. Phew, okay. So all of our pieces are done. And I'll take a picture of this so you could see kind of the outline and how many. And I tried to color code it where this is petal pink, basic beige, the metallic, beige, the ones that are in the lighter. See how this is a heavy marker Sharpie? This is a thin Sharpie. Those are just printed. But I'll take a picture of this too. Okay, so let's start building stuff. Let's start with the purses. The purse for the front. So I'll take 2 of these. So to make the purse, on this little side flap, I'm going to put glue thin. I don't want it thick because I don't want it to take a long time to dry. And when I'm waiting for it to dry, I don't want it to slide out of place. And I will attach these. Because it's glue, it'll slide around just a little. Good, good. And I noticed that one of them is a little bit different shape than the other. Nothing dramatic, but just so if it happens to you, you're not like, oh my gosh, something is wrong. No, it's just how they made it. Then glue on this side. Once again, thin, and I'm trying to get it right to the edges. Not over the edge, but right to the edge. Now fold that down, fold this one down. I was supposed to stamp on here first. Okay, here, glue, dry up. Here, don't tell anyone I did that. Okay. Because, see inside the purse how it has the flowers? I like that. And we could do it fast. Maybe not before that glue dried. Okay, so we're going to use this flower, which is this right here, and put it in. Flirty Flamingo. And there's no need to do this on the third tote base because it's on the card front. And just do it random. Good thing it's a random pattern. And it's going to look a little funky here. Might have some duplicates, but I think it'll be fine. See how it's just random? Probably need more in there, but it's okay without it. Okay, we got that. Oh, I didn't show you card number 1. This card number 1. The video prior to this video is this one. Okay, very different feel, beachy feel. Isn't that cute? Then you can put a little gift card in here or something. Okay, lots of ideas. Okay, back to gluing. And kind of sticky. Definitely needs more. Okay, then glue all the way to the edges. Oh, I have a cute picture I could show you. It's worn. It is because he started to do that army crawl thing. It's like, oh, before you know it, he's going to be everywhere. So we got him a playpen, and it's right over there. And then when he's in it, we'll pull it out more to the, like just a few feet, so it's more in the center of the house. Because you know, he's the center of everything. Before I do the bottom, I'm going to decorate it with these pieces here. So we haven't used it because I'm working on doing a little blanket for the inside of it that I did for Evan when he was little, but it needs a little tune-up here. Okay. Hold on. So put glue to the edges, then I'm going to do it just at the bottom and then to the edges. There's a reason for that. And that is because these pieces here, I kind of want them to tuck into there. It perfectly fits. Okay, we'll do the other one here in just a minute. So on this handle, I'm going to put glue right up to, like if this was a spoon, right to there. So today, Tony was wandering around with him, and he put him in the playpen, and there's no toys in there. There's no blankets in there to make it all smushy and comfy for him. And Tony's like, okay, here, stand in here, hold on to the sides, these sides over here. Now look at Grandma. And of course he did, and he was so proud. He was like, I am standing. And his little head and the playpen, which of course has feet, so it's kind of risen, they were right here on the edge, and he was looking at me. It's like, oh my gosh, you are so cute. You can see what I'm working on. I'm working on today's project, but look at him. Is he just the cutest? And he stood there probably for a full minute. And Tony's like, yeah, he's in training. He's in walking training. I'm like, don't rush it. Let him be a baby. He hasn't even started to crawl yet. He's like, oh no, he's in training. He's going to do it before you know it. And I'm like, and who's going to be chasing after him? He's like, oh yeah. So, fun times. Ooh. So this, I'm going to put it right in the middle. And I would have put this part on first, but I didn't know where it was going to end up. So I'm just going to kind of lift this a little bit. Because remember how I put glue only at the bottom. Or I could just trim them off. Or I could just leave it going over it. I might do that. Because it's kind of finished looking. And it goes right to the seam. Okay, there it is. They're just going to go over the top. And I made sure that where the creases right here, they're somewhat centered. Okay, and I'm going to do a little latch right here. And the triangle logo thing right here. Here's a logo. I'll do the other piece first. Because depending on how far this sets down is depending on where the triangle pretend logo goes. This is a logo for a very fancy purse. Right there. I'll have to put the pear paper and pear set back into the box for the unveiling, even though I pulled it out. Okay, so this one is going to, this time, get glue all over it. Because I put those bands, the kind of leather detail strips, right down on top of it. That's much easier. Here, here. Because this is going to tuck in. Okay. Is that the cutest little bag? So cute. Even if you wanted to put like candies in it, it doesn't have to be a gift card. Okay, that's done. I wonder if, should I just wing it? I'm going to wing it. I'm going to just put, no. I was going to just put glue here, but no. You know, you have to have control over things. So glue goes here on this little paddle thing. That gets attached. Attached. So did I tell you all the little things in addition to the unboxing? The swaps, the unboxing. I can't wait to get into everything. Okay, and now I'm going to put glue on here. Kind of thin. And I'll use the other side as a guide for placement. And then I'll attach the decorations. Okay, this goes here. This one goes here. Good, good. Don't scooch. Make sure they're straight. Make sure they're equal. Even if they're not equal, as long as the handles match, I'm just going to pretend like it's perfect. I think one side over here, this is a little bigger than that side, but don't tell anyone. There's that, and here's the triangle. A little bit lower than expected. Somehow, it just is. It's heavy on the glue. Okay, that's good. I should just let it dry. What else do I have on here? Let's work on this thing. Not that it's hard, but I just want those to dry. So let's take this stuff, braided petal pink, braided trim, and I want it to be about that big. Fold it over. Okay, done with that. This navy, I need enough to tie a knot. I could tie a knot with that amount, wrap it around twice. I would do once, but then it would just pop up and make it very cumbersome to tie. So if I do it twice, it kind of holds in place. Make a knot, just a plain old knot. Cinch it together so that that's kind of squeezed together, and then that's one knot, two knots. That's all that's to it. And fray this bottom part just a little bit so we look artsy. It's a well-loved tote. It's been everywhere. It's been around the world. Oh, Emma and her friend are on a cruise. Today they're in Germany. She was in Switzerland. That was before the cruise. They're going everywhere. We're going on vacation in late June, and we're going to Cabo. She says, oh, we'll just meet you over there. I was like, that's 3 weeks away. Must be nice. So happy for her. So much fun. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to attach this with a glue dot, and then I'm going to follow up with liquid glue just to make sure that it stays. The liquid glue will soak into the braided trim. And then also, see my navy ribbon, my navy baker's twine, how it's doing what it should do. But I want to take this, kind of hold it in place with the glue, let the glue dry hard, and then it will keep the navy linen thread right where I want it. So to do that, I'll take a glue dot, attach it right to underneath the navy where the knot is. It's kind of hard from being squeezed, and put that on here at a little bit of an angle. Okay, so now I'm going to do my glue thing, let it dry, then I'll do the tag. So I'm putting glue, knowing that it's going to soak into that braided trim, and it's going to seriously attach to everything. Then I'll do a little bit right here, and take the navy linen thread, put it into the glue, and just let it dry, just because I want both the pieces just kind of hanging down. I don't want that one popping way up. Okay. Just going to let all that dry. I see the glue hasn't made its way to the paper. There it goes. Okay. Dry, and should I try to do the bottom or come back? Let's come back and do that. There's no way I'll forget to do that. We could do the purse for the front. Let's do that. Because we're so proficient at it now. Okay, we could attach this 100% glue lightly everywhere. Okay. bit over. I hear Tony out there talking on the phone. It's almost summer break. Tomorrow's the last day. This little piece, because we're not attaching two tote fronts together to make it a 3D item, this isn't necessary. And if I remember correctly, when I was making the sample, it drove me crazy. So for the front of the card, it's just going to go away. You could leave it on if you'd like. Okay, let's do these other parts. So we're real proficient at this. Okay, attached. And I'm not worried about the angle because it's such a small amount. The glue still might be wet. I can straighten them out if necessary, and then glue right here at the bottom. Uh-oh, Bo keeps getting in trouble. He keeps getting into the garbage. Okay, so that's stuck down. This is for the front of the card. So this one, you could still complete. So this one will get the glasses. How about if we do all that when we attach it? But I'll do the decorations where there's this little piece right here. And the triangle. Start with the little piece, because the triangle placement is based on this little piece. I think we have to start working on some of these, decorating some of these little bits, these die cut pieces. Okay, that's good. We could put the pair, we'll do this here in just a minute. Okay, so what's the first one? That is C, Secret C, and I'll show you what I'm doing. At the bottom, see how there's that little blue bit of a shadow? I'll do that with a blending brush and Secret C ink. So when you're doing the blending brush, I just loaded it up. When you touch down, it's going to look like that. And I know that's happened to a lot of us. So if you start off with the edge of the paper, and I'm not too happy that I got some heavy marks, but the less ink that's on here, the less hard you push, the softer it gets. So see how it's starting to get softer? Kind of starting to do some swirl. And you could just leave it at that. Is that enough? I think I want it to be a little bit darker so that it makes the flowers, the sunglasses, and the 3 water bottles stand out a little bit more. Yep, I got some heavy spots on there. But as I keep doing this, it gets softer and softer. And when it's really soft, you can start drifting up higher on the paper. And yes, I do have some heavy spots. It'll dry a little bit smoother, so I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so that's done. So let's do these. And these get, because they're so small, doing a blending brush would be a little bit too much. So I'm going to do Dauber in Crumb Cake ink. Dauber. See how much is on there? Not too much. And I found if you brush it down against what you want the color on, it gives it a real soft look. And if there's not too much ink on it, it's a nice soft look. Okay, that one's done. My fingers aren't small or anything, but these things are always falling off my finger. And that's just to make this a true story. So grateful. Look a little bit vintage. So I'm going to go around the outside edge. I guess I don't need to do the bottom. That will be in the tote. So then I'll do it just a little bit to accentuate some of these details. Okay, I think we're done with crumb cake. So now let's do the water bottles and the flirty flamingo and the little wallet. That's done. So to do this, see right there how you just need some around the edge? I was trying to make the flap look a little darker. So let's start out, where's flirty flamingo? Let's start out by doing the whole thing, mostly around the edges. And then I wanted the flap to be just a little darker. So to do that, probably don't need that much. And I'll put this here, protecting the bottom part of it. And here. Okay. Oh, we have to do that for the water bottles. So to do the water bottles, it's fine if it's really heavy, because you know how Touchdown is really heavy. And the three on the inside, I purposely tried to make them all look a little bit different. So this one I'm purposely going to go really heavy. Okay. And look at the difference from one to another. This one could be a little lighter. This one could be medium. Oop. Okay, that's heavy. Therefore, it's going to be for the front. Okay, I think we are done with all the blending brushes. Okay, so that's all done. So let's see, where are we? Let's finish the bottom of this. That's looking good. So I'll trim this up. Put one of these little tags on. So I'm going to put glue underneath the end of it and a dimensional right down here. So before I attach the dimensional, I should get the glue on there. And that glue will soak into the braided trim and the linen thread. You know what? I should put the dimensional not on the folded part. Should be on the flat part, like right up here. Because if it's folded, and if there's a dimensional on it, it will stop it from creasing right there. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So now to do the bottom. Okay, pop it open, and you might have to, like, see how there's a score line right here? You might have to kind of confirm this score line, just so that it will make a 3D bottom. Just kind of fold it, give it a pinch with your fingers. Okay, so now it kind of looks like a box. And I will stick these sides down just to clean it up on the inside. Okay, so take that, take the little flags in pieces. You don't need to put glue on them. And then these pieces here, they just get tucked in. And yeah, they get a little bit thrashed when they get tucked in, but that's okay. Then I'll put glue all on here. Okay, and this is where, if you can, have this piece go right over the other one so that when you hold it, it will sit up. I noticed that this little flap right here is not going, there it goes. Okay, and hold it down. Okay. And I'm going to put glue on one side here, one side there. Try to make them opposite. Okay, I'm coming out. So hold it in place, and it just makes it look a little bit cleaner on the inside. Because you know your gift card has to go into a clean zone. Okay, and now I'll put glue right on this one. Okay, that is done. So we're going to stand up? No. Well, if you put stuff in it, it'll be weighted down and it will stand up. Okay, so those two are done. So now this one goes on the front of the card. Let's finish up the inside so we can stick that together. So here's the inside, and it's going to get 3 of these bottles. Just going to tuck that back behind there. Let's see what order. I know I had 2 dark ones. That one could be here. This one could be on the outside. So this one will be in the middle. So just put glue on it. They all get glued flat. And just different heights. So in the middle. I don't want them stair-stepped. Right there. Oh, now they're too equal. Okay, and then the flowers. Those just get glued flat. We used to go out strawberry picking and we ate so many of the strawberries before we put any in the bucket. I'm sure they're used to that. Okay, little glasses. Then the inside is done. We're getting there. I think it just takes time to cut out all those pieces, but hopefully with the chart, you'll know what to cut out. I have one more idea, well, a lot of ideas, of what to do with this bundle. So I'll be doing one more video here in the next few days. I had one plan, but it changed. I was going to do it with the drinks, the Cheers and Sips, but I have a different plan. Cheers and Sips, I'll do something with that soon. So here is just the front. So we could start by attaching this. So all these pieces that fold down are going to get glue. Once again, thin right out to the edges so it'll dry quick. And then I'm going to put 2 dimensionals at the bottom. Not so much at the top. If I put them at the top, it kind of seals it closed. And if it's open, it kind of has a 3D look. And then it's an opportunity to put a gift card, or like if you have a grad or a birthday coming up, it could be like a rolled up dollar bill. Oop, like right down there. And should I do this one opposite? Where's the nice Pears? Here's, nope, it's going to be the same. And I'm purposely having it go over this little border here, just so you could say, oh yeah, that is a 3D tote. Okay, there's that. And this is going to be set onto the side, oop, minis. And I'm going to put 3 dimensionals on the one side that's off of the tote, and then the rest of it will have glue because it's on the tote, the angle that's kind of raised up. So glue, because this is going to sit on the tote. That can go right here. Okay, so glue is on this side and dimensionals are on this side. Okay, and this goes in right there. So put it on with a couple of dimensionals. And then glue down here because it's inside the tote. I want to see that point. Yeah. Right there. And then same process with this. So this looks like a magazine. Because it's in the tote, it gets glued down. And I'm going to have this up a little bit higher than I normally would, just to, because it's a solid color. First of all, so you could see it, but then it takes away a little bit of the busyness from the designer paper. Okay, and the Pears, they'll go right here. So I'll put glue everywhere, here and over, just because there's that little score right here. So it looks like in the tote are Pears. Okay, it's looking good. Trying to get my little cut marks for it to line up. They're not lining up. Okay, there it is. Okay, and then glasses can just be attached right down here. A little bit of an angle so it looks a bit casual. Like, here's my art glasses. I like that. And then for this, I'll do the blue linen thread, fold it in half. And put these two ends through the hole. And loop it over. Okay, and then I'm going to put glue underneath the hole and on the top part of it and a dimensional on the bottom. Dimensional, glue, and then I'm going to put a hint of glue right back behind this handle. Here, I'll hold it up and I'll show you. See the glue right there? So now, when I put this in place, the glue is holding it there, dimensional, and now get these separated a little bit. Those will go in the puddle of glue on the back side of the handle. I think that's it. We done? Okay, what do you think? Let me know if you make it. I would love to see your version of it, see what you come up with. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.